Okay, I think this is just gonna be a very short video. I just wanna take my time and tell you how amazing it is that Wuthering Waves made Augusta as the only character that doesn't need for you to actually pull for the weapon banner for her to keep her drip. Now, this is what it looks like right now, right? She doesn't even need to show her weapon. You can basically just use any broad blade and it will still look the same way. This is her ult, nothing changed, right? She used her big sword like that. And this is the other ult where she does the animation. Exactly the same, right? Pretty cool. She used a different sword. She doesn't use any other swords, not even her own swords right now. Amazing. This is not her weapon I'm using here. This is actually, it's unbelievable. Like I'm using the Verdant Summit, which is Jiyan's weapon, which I pull for since 1.ads, a very long time ago. Realistically, I do not need to pull for her weapon, right? But it just looks so cool, so I just have to pull for it. Every time I got these new characters, I just have to pull for their weapon signature as well. It just looks cool. But do I recommend you guys to pull for their weapon? No, it is absolutely a waste because at the end of the day, she doesn't even show her weapon. It's the big broad blade there. Alright, we're back. This time around, she's using her weapon. Just need to recharge the ult, but let's look at it. Yeah, there. All it did is just glow a bit shinier. Again, it looks cool. That's why I pull for it. I don't have any other reason. You just do not need this weapon at all. If you have Verdant Summit, use that. People for Jiyan in the past, do not even bother pulling for her weapon. Let me just prove it to you by testing it out in the tower. So here's the team that we're going to use for Augusta. I'm using more Taffy so that we can switch to Augusta a lot sooner, alright? And we're playing the Echoing Tower to make things easier. Again, this is the weapon that I'm using. Currently, I'm using her signature, right? But to prove it to you later on, I will test it out with the Verdant Summit to show you that the damage is not all that different. Alright, we just fight this one boss right here. We'll do what we can. I'm gonna lock in just for you. Just focus on the timer and stuff like that. Alright, switch to it. Storekeeper, just build some constant energy. We're gonna immediately switch to more Taffy whenever we can. Come on, man, don't do this to me. Right. This more Taffy, build constant energy fast because I'm using Condensa. I was hoping to switch right away. Dodge that. Again, this is her signature. Of course, it will still do more damage, but let me just show it to you later on. I did test it already, and it really isn't all that different. Come on, man, don't do this to me. Well, we just need to build the all real quick, right? Look, we're gonna switch back to Storekeeper because we missed the her ult circle. I might actually have to play it again later on just to probably see this because I clearly made a mistake. I should have built the conservative energy a lot sooner, right? I keep doing that because I'm used to more Taffys using a different echo actually. My bad about that. Alright, we got that. Alright. 3 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that. It's gonna die right here right now. If it crits. Yes, it crits. Okay, it didn't die yet, unfortunately. You know what's great about Augusta as well? Whenever she uses her ult, she does stop the timer, which means that Storekeeper's ult stays exactly in that one spot already. So it doesn't go away, so you will have more time for you to switch to Storekeeper later on. I might have to play again. 3 minutes and 30 seconds is this is a bad gameplay though, so I have to try it again. This time around, I'll do better. Alright, this time around I actually did so much better because I was able to get the ult real fast and even keep the Storekeeper's ult. It did not crit this time though. What a shame. What the hell? I was doing so good until now, just now. Did not crit. Right. And then we switched to Storekeeper, but you can see the time, right? It's a lot better. Obviously you can tell that. Right, let's finish this. Just gonna use the echo from more Taffy right away because I don't think we're going back to him. Come on, man. Yeah, he keeps on jumping around the boss. Like, it's very annoying. I guess we are going back to Motafi, but we're not gonna take our time here. Let's just beat this boss. And I guess that's the best time, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It's really not that bad, not all that different from just now. I mean, 15 seconds difference is pretty huge actually. This time we're gonna test with the Verdant Summit, Jiyan's weapon. Alright, let's switch to Verdant Summit. Sorry, Jiyan, we gotta borrow your weapon right now. As you can see, it does give more crit damage, so I am gonna be lacking quite a bit of a crit rate. Actually, not all that much. Do I really need all that much crit rate? I'm gonna crit 100% either way. Before this, I don't think I have that much. Wait, let's see. I do not think. Yeah, I do have a lot of attack. I do have a lot of attack. Alright, this one have a lot of base attack, so obviously it is a good advantage for Augusta. It's alright because we are compensating with the amount of crit damage that we have. 300% crit damage. Wow! Holy, that is huge. Let's just go ahead and test it out. No more yapping. Earlier we did got about, how much is it again? We had 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I did a couple dodge there, so that means I can switch to shopkeeper right away. Right? Then we'll consider energy. Right. Dodge. Dang it, dodge. Right. We got defensive energy and then we switch to Augusta. Actually doing pretty good here. Better rotation as well. But we don't have her. Oh, dang it. Come on. I am really this close to getting her S1 because of the QL the S1 actually gives. If you don't already know, you can get the ult faster if you for S1. Well, maybe we'll do that in this video later. Now, I still have quite a bit of time here, so I'm not really in a rush. I accidentally used the piece echo right there, my bad. Get a time, right? Not so different. 4 minutes. And we're doing a lot of slashes here, and then we do the ult. Boom damage, not all that different. Like just like was 175 or something. 175 or something. I'm telling you, man, it's not worth it pulling for. What did I change? What did I do there? I made a mistake on the rotation. But I'm telling you, it's not worth it pulling for Augusta's signature. You get to keep the drip. That's all that matters. Honestly, every time I pull for the weapon, I care about the drip. When I pulled for Augusta weapon on the first day of her banner, I didn't think that it would change anything. Thinking back, would I have, pulled for the weapon? I don't know, probably not. Look, 3 seconds difference. 3 second difference is just not worth it. That is all the advice I want to say to you guys. Again, whenever I pull for the weapon banner, I think about their drip. I think about how good they will look in the overworld. But this time around with Augusta, nothing's changed. All it did was a little bit of glowing, but the weapons that she used, mostly on her basic attack, she just used that big ass broad blade, the one that is covered with a lot of metals. And whenever she used her ult, she still used her own signature basically. She didn't use Jiyan's weapon or else it would look terrible on her, right? So I do think this is such a good move that Kuro Games made. And in a way, I do think that is somewhat free to play. Do you have any idea how many people had to pull for Jiyan? Because everyone thinks that he never got power creep, which he kinda never did. He is actually still good to this day. So almost everybody that played since 1.X, they have Jiyan in their account.
Later.
As you can see right here, I'm playing Jiyan, Verdant Summit of course. He actually able to defeat Augusta's timer. Jiyan did pretty well right here, 3 minutes 46 seconds. I'm just trying to prove a point here that everybody that plays his 1.S sees that Jiyan actually aged pretty well. And once you have a 5-star character in your account, you usually pull for the weapon as well. That is the way it works in Wuthering Waves because the weapon banner is 100% guaranteed. But this time around, because there is barely any changes, you just don't need a weapon for Augusta. Alright, I think that's about all I want to say for this video. Just a bit surprised, isn't it? Don't really need to use her weapon. Like I could just keep this and probably wouldn't notice the damage difference at all. I really appreciate that Kuro do that, and honestly I've been saying that a lot these days, but it's just such a smart move. This weapon is what she used all the time. You barely even see her weapons at all. It's just covered. I mean, That is good. That is really good. And honestly, I hope they do more of these in the future. I mean, Iuno is coming up, and looking back to it, she just she wears like a bracelet instead of a gauntlet, and you're barely gonna see that as well. And her weapon is gonna be a chakram or a bow from time to time. You're barely gonna see any difference if you use any of the weapons. If they do this all the time, especially for the support characters, you can just use variation. You can just use a bunch of these other support weapons like cadenza and all that stuff. Yeah, that'll be amazing. And yeah, that's about all I want to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.